Welcome back to the Sport of Fitness podcast. I'm your host, Chase Ingraham, and today we have a very special guest joining us, six-time CrossFit Games age group champion, Jason Grubb, who just completed, for the first time in the men's division, a clean sweep of the 45 to 49 age group division. And today we'll be talking about the new changes to the 2026 game season, things he's looking forward to, things he's learned along the way on his journey, and a couple of other things. We'll do a 5 questions for Jason Grubb after that, and then close things out with our top 10 feats of fitness for the week. So don't go anywhere, because Jason Grubb is coming up next.
How long are you going to listen to a society that tells you it's a pill, it's an injection, it's this, it's that? There is no quick fix. Yes, optimal health can be a reality. Yes, you don't have to be the quickest, the strongest. All it takes is you making a decision right now. This is your time, because practice makes permanent.
Mr. Grubb, I don't know, how many times do you get called Mr. Grubb in your life? If that off.
I live in the South now. So I grew up in Colorado, but now that I live in the South, I get Mr. Jason and Mr. Grubb quite a bit now.
Yeah, with our kids' friends. So my kids are 7 and 5, and it's always like Mr. First Name to any of our friends, yes, unless we're really, really close, and then they will call them by their first name. Like my dad, all my friends called him by his first name. He was always Dad to me. Everyone else called him like Mr. Ingram, but like when I hear Mr. Ingram, I feel like my dad. And though I might look like my dad right now because I'm rocking this kick-ass mustache for the day, I do not want to be called Mr. Ingram. But we were talking off screen, and you said, okay, you recently moved. So you were in Colorado. Where are you at now?
So we're in, just outside of Birmingham, Alabama, in a little suburb called Helena.
Okay.
Which is spelled the same as Helena, like Helena, Montana. But they say Helena down here. And so if you want to know that you're like not from here, just call it Helena. So
yeah,
it's Helena. But so I lived in Colorado for 45 years and then spent a couple of years traveling in an RV, training, spending a couple of, I guess 3 of the trips to the games in Madison were in the RV. So I slept in my bed there.
Oh, nice.
Then bought a house in Birmingham, and the age group games were in Birmingham, right, the first year that they split off. So that was also sleeping in my own bed, which was awesome. And yeah, so we've been in that house for 2 years, and we just bought a house that's a little bit bigger, better fit for our family. And it's been a whirlwind of moving and then travel and unpacking. And, I spent the whole weekend building a sauna, this morning building the cold plunge. There's so much to do, Chase.
Yeah. How is it though? I mean, I can't imagine doing the traveling with family, let alone by myself. And what's it been like? What was that experience like with the family, and now coming into kind of settling down and putting some roots down in Birmingham? Or Helena? Helena. All right.
They're going to be mad. We already lost half the South, half of the Alabama people. They're like, okay.
30 comments automatically just.
Right. So traveling was really fun. It was this harebrained idea that we had in 2020 when COVID was happening, and we were homeschooling our boys that were young. They're 12 and 8 now. So this is, I guess they were 9 and 5-ish, 4-ish, something like that. And we started watching some YouTube videos of people that, bought RVs and traveled full time. And we're like, so we bought a 5th wheel, we bought a truck, sold a house, and just did it. It was crazy. But we had a 5th wheel, and I packed all of my training gear, everything that I would need, into this thing. So Chase, when we traveled from one place to another, I had an Echo bike, bike erg, ski erg, rower, sandbag, barbells, weight plates, dumbbells. I had a pull-up rig, a Rogue pull-up rig that I would ratchet strap down and do pull-ups and muscle-ups on. And in every site that we got to, I would just unpack all of this stuff. I'd have a tent next to our RV that had most of the fitness stuff in it to keep it out of the elements. And our boys lived in the garage of the RV. So their bed would rise to the top, pack it up. We'd get to a place, move everything out, bring the bed down. And I would train in RV parks, like these vacation spots around the country for a couple of years. And it was really, really fun until we reached the end of it. We just, after just about 2 years, we thought, well, one, our boys needed to settle down, get into a community, do wrestling and football, and do all the things that kids need to do.
Mm.
And as soon as we made that decision, traveling became awful. It was literally like a switch. We're just like, hey, let's not do this anymore. Oh my God, let's not do this. How do we got to get a house now. And so I founded Boulder Athletes in the summer of 2023. And my co-founder lived in Birmingham. So we traveled to Birmingham a couple of times. And we're like, you know what? It's nice. It's warm. It was hot in the summer, but it's warm almost year round. Seems like a nice place. Let's try this for a bit. Bought a house, sold the RV, sold the truck, and enjoyed that house for a couple of years. And now this house is almost like, we're kind of planting our roots here. This is nice. This feels more permanent than the first house. So it's been great to settle down. It's been great for the boys. It's been great for the family. And dude, it is so much easier just to not unpack all of my stuff every week when we move to a new location. That was like my recovery day workouts, was unpacking the RV for 2 hours. Crazy.
Oh my gosh. How often would you change locations when you guys were on the road?
From everywhere, like 2 to 4 weeks was average.
That's not a long time.
No, it's not. I mean, the longest place we ever stayed was in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and we were there for a month, which was amazing. I mean, it was great. We're on 100 yards from the ocean, but in a great place for me to train, and it was great. But there were times when we would move once a week. We maybe want to kind of get our way to another location. Maybe we're trying to get down to Wadapalooza. Okay. And we kind of had to do like a week here, then a week here, then a week here. And we have these 8-hour drives in between. Those were tougher. And we became very efficient. We had systems down. Like my wife would do the inside stuff. I do the outside stuff. I mean, there's no talking. We were almost like a basketball team.
See, that's how you do it.
Yeah,
it's
you just
conversations during these things where I get the most frustrated with everyone around me. I'm like, just do your job.
This is so true. Just do your job. And by the way, I'm ready for this. Are you ready? Yes. And I mean, just throw a podcast in, get the work done, and move on with the travel. But it is much better to be. I mean, now we enjoyed that experience. We really loved it. But to be settled down and have a home base that really feels like home is nice.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm really happy for you, and I'm sure that's an exciting new chapter in your lives. And as if we shift gears to the game season, is that we have not only a new chapter, but we're writing seems like a whole new book on the qualification process of the age group division. Obviously, like your background is that you've won 6 age group titles in a row, starting in 2019 was your first one?
Correct. That's correct. And then 2020 was COVID.
Yeah. So I look at your, you won 6 in a row. So you got 2019 and then no games in 2020 for anybody age group and teams. But your first year in 2018, you podium, you take 3rd place. I would say it's convenient in 2020 when you were 44, you just didn't have to,
I'm not upset. Look, I'm not upset. This is correct. That would have been a very, very tough year. And I'm pretty sure I would not have won that year. It was not, I mean, there were some tough athletes in the mix that year. But it is what it is. It also, I think about like when we were doing our age group qualifier that year, I think it was still called AGOQ in 2020. Yeah. I mean, COVID was shutting down gyms. The owner of the gym I was doing this at came in and said, as soon as you guys are done with this workout, this gym is.
You're right. It was almost right. So at my gym, when we were getting shut down at the time, it was like right at the time the age group online qualifier was happening.
Yeah.
And I remember and I had one athlete, I think he had just turned 50. So it was like a big deal for him. And he's like, Ken, I was like, yes, as long as you're, here's the gym, do what you need to do. Yeah. Of course, like he posts on Instagram and then all my members are like, what the, I was like, chill, y'all. Qualify for something and then complain to me. I'm just kidding. But okay, so no AGOQ this year. We have an in-affiliate semifinal for the age groupers, which we've had in the past. Quarterfinals are back, which I think everybody is universally excited to have that back across the board in every division. However, for the first time and 5 opportunities around the world to do this, we have in-person qualification opportunities for age group athletes. What is that? I mean, you've been Madison, you worked through all that, and then the whole new shift for the different locations when it broke off that Legends has been running. Thank you, Legends, for taking the torch on that. But what's it like for you? Because I know a lot of athletes have been wanting something like this. Now you finally have it.
It's this mixed bag, right? I am beyond excited. I mean, I think this is amazing, but the mixed bag is that it's change, right? And so there's constant change.
Old people hate change. We're stuck in our
I think for athletes, they're worried about this. They're worried about like, oh, how many spots are left in the in-person semi or the in-affiliate semifinals versus before. But man, I remember coming up through the ranks as I was trying to qualify for the CrossFit Games year after year after year. I know that in affiliate semifinals, I thought this was just our death. This is the way we're going to do it forever. We're never having in-person semifinals. That was just my thought. It's just not going to happen. The logistics never going to happen. It's always going to be online. So the challenge is I used to really struggle with online qualifiers, just knowing that there's someone out there that I just don't know where they're at. I'm chasing a ghost. And it was so hard. I would kill myself in these qualifiers because there were times when there was only 10 that were qualifying for the games. So you got to thread the needle and execute perfectly. And if you're sick, if something happens that week, you're done. That's it. Your season is over. And now that we have multiple opportunities for in-person qualifications where you can see your opponent right there. Like for me, if I can see you, I can catch you. I mean, it's what I always think. If I can see you, I can pace correctly. If I can't see you, I just don't know. I don't know where you're at. And so, I mean, you have to have a blind leaderboard in semifinals. All that makes sense. So, or in the online piece. So that's all there. But I am incredibly excited. So the fact that it's not just we're going to test one in-person semifinals. It is like CrossFit going all in on in-person semifinals for Masters. And not just in the US. In fact, the fact that you've got LATAM, if you got 3 out of the country or 3 worldwide opportunities, 2 in the US opportunities. This is wild. And it makes it interesting. And here's the interesting thing is that
interesting is a good word to use.
if you're in the West, it's probably more convenient to go to the Legends in-person semifinal. If you're where I'm at, I'm in Birmingham. That's where the Magic City semifinal is. So that's pretty exciting. That's the one I'm going to do. And then the week after that is online semifinal. So this schedule is actually really tight, really interesting. If I don't make it, I guess if I didn't make it in one, I guess I could go to another one. Or if I don't make it at Magic City, I would do the age group, the online semifinals the following week. But all of these things start to roll around in your mind. Yeah, like, okay. But when it comes down to it, being able to see your opponent, compete in person at a Masters only event that's designed for Masters, I think is overwhelmingly positive for this sport. And it's what we've wanted. And now us Masters athletes, we have to deal with the fact that so this is what indies have dealt with for a long time. Like when their semifinals were geofenced, if you were in the West, you're competing in the West. If you're in the East and it's stacked, you just got to compete there. That's it. It's just the way it is. It's the way the cards are dealt. And we are going to experience a little bit of that. Even though there's not geofencing here, there's this element of
travel restrictions in a sense of it's not as easy for me to leave with my family on a whim to go chase a new group competition. The reality is it's just a different level of experience for a lot of these athletes. But I think one thing to that too, though, is when you look at the events that are now hosting live competitions, I mean, the second event of the year is going to be the Legends Championship event at Del Mar, at the fairground. I would say from the old regional days, the most iconic regional location in the history of regionals. Del Mar Fairgrounds. Everybody go to that one. I mean, go to all of them. But the fact that that's back, getting run by the Legends, I think it's awesome. And then you come down, Magic City Games, which is in your neck of the woods, is picking up. This is a brand new qualifier, not necessarily new event. And that's straight up Masters, just for that group. And then after in affiliate semifinals, You have the French Throwdown hosting a live competition for age groupers. You have the Torium Pro hosting it for age competition. And then at the very end of the season, you've got the LATAM Masters competition, which again is strictly Masters again down in South America. And I personally, like I just turned 43 on Saturday, right? So I'm in like that middle range of my age division, but like this is such a cool opportunity to throw out year one, right? Year one, let's do more with less, figure out how it's going to work, see how it goes. And listen, if everybody shows out and it's a kick-ass competition and it works, I am more than happy to see less online spots given away and more qualifications in other places around the world to, like you said, makes it easier for people worldwide to be able to compete in person.
There's this other element that feels really cool. I remember, early in my CrossFit days, when you'd be working at a gym and someone would be like, "Hey, see that guy? Or see that girl? She's a semifinal athlete." And you're like, whoa, that's a big deal. It's like she's competed at semifinals, right? Or she's a regional athlete. Like there were these tiers, and it was an honor to be a semifinals athlete. Of course, there's an honor to be a games athlete as well. But when you qualify for an online semifinals, yes, you are, but I don't know if it has that feel that like, yes, I compete at semifinals.
Hey, just be honest, it doesn't have that feel at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's not the same thing. You qualified to the games of the highest level via online, but there's nothing there. We know this just as a society in general. People are so great online. No, they're not. People are horrible human beings online, but in person, it's the best. It's the best viewing experience. It's the best community experience. It's the best version of CrossFit and the CrossFit community when we get to be in person at these events. And that's outside of being an athlete qualifying. It's all the things that people get to do around those events in person that makes these things so special. So,
it gives dozens, if not hundreds of Masters hundreds, probably, when you think about the math of Masters athletes, that internal title, that accomplishment. I am a semifinals athlete. I competed at this semifinals in person. I'm on the same competition floor as these athletes that qualify. And what I do love about, I've talked with at least the Legends semifinals, the Magic City Games semifinals, and they both kind of have plans. Like Legends hinted that like they love that Del Mar feel, and so they're looking back at the events that took place out there and thinking nostalgically about those as possible opportunities to display at this semifinal. And I know that Mike at Magic City was talking about all the past sanctional regional semifinal and games events. It's a 20-year anniversary, so there's a lot of nostalgia. I think there's going to be a lot of unique replays that we're going to be able to like, oh yeah, that's right, this is from 2013, this was a crazy one, and we might be doing stuff like that, right? So it's got a really nice feel to it.
Yeah, I think it's funny is that you say hints, but like if it ever centers around Joe and Bob, they'll just straight up tell you. Let's like, Joe and Bob keep their mouth shut as good as I am when I look at people's programming. So yeah, if you guys want hints, if you want hints, just make a comment on Instagram and you actually might get an answer before you.
Right.
Let's see this comment. Chase, is that flag from somewhere? Yes, it is. What a great question. If you guys haven't checked out the new CrossFit store that has just come online, which is fantastic, they use some model in here that's actually horrific. I think it actually does a disservice for the. Thankfully, I'm not on here. But you guys go to the new CrossFit store. It's just store.crossfit.com, and all of these things are on here. This new flag is a Forge Elite Fitness flag that has CrossFit on it. That should be available, but it is fantastic stuff. They got a whole new lineup, so I highly recommend you guys go there and check it out because the new store is fantastic, especially when you put Forge Elite Fitness back on the forefront of what we're supposed to be doing. Well, Jason, I teased earlier that I have 5 questions for you. I did this with Adrian Conway last week, and I will give you the rules and regulations of that. So as excited we are about the season, I am just as excited about these 5 questions I have lined up for you. So please hang around for just a little bit. And those of you guys that are rolling with us, hang tight. We'll be right back.
What if 2 days could redefine your health and your life?
Welcome to your CrossFit Level 1 seminar.
Whether you're a seasoned CrossFitter or new to the journey, this course equips you to take command of your fitness and shape a healthier future.
Okay, 5 questions for Jason Grubb. Jason, each question, in my opinion, are going to get a little more challenging. We'll start you off easy. All right, they'll be centered around you, maybe your thoughts on things. I'll say is you don't have to be brief, but maybe not belabored as we go through these. But we'll start you off easy. Are you ready?
I buckled in. Let's do it.
All right, strap in. Here's question number 1. What's your favorite competition stage or venue you've competed at in your career?
In my career, it's got to be the Coliseum final events in Madison. Those were always incredibly special. Coliseum
was nice. That's a great one. Madison was so great. I remember everybody's first reaction when they heard we were moving to Madison from Carson. And everybody's like losing their minds. Like, oh, could we leave Carson, California? And after 7 years of that, we can't leave Madison. Where do we go next? Now that we're going to San Northfield, I'm pretty excited.
Northfield was amazing too. I mean, it was so huge, so expansive, and the events there were so grindy. Being outdoors. I mean, those are also, that's a close second, very close second. But they would hold the Masters finals in the Coliseum, and there'd be large crowds normally overlapping because it was such exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it was good.
That was great. It was great when everybody was together in one spot. Just saying, people. That was great. All right, next one. We talked about the one that you did compete at. What was the place you never competed at but wish you did?
I mean, Carson, obviously. Wish that there was an opportunity. I wish I started CrossFit 20 years ago, much, much younger. That'd been nice. But yeah, I mean, Carson would have been truly something special. I never even got to be there. I started attending the games the year before I qualified for the games. It was all Madison.
Wow.
I've never even been to Carson. I don't even know what it feels like to be there. So that would have been.
You know what? It's better that you never did, because I can't
compare.
A lot. I miss it a lot. All right, next one. See, these aren't too bad. Favorite competition moment in CrossFit? I know you mentioned the Coliseum. Obviously, you have a rich history of CrossFit competitions, 6 straight games championships, podium in your first year, clean sweep of your division. But what's the one? It could be an event, it could be a thing, it could be like in between. What's your favorite?
Yeah, this is tough. This is really tough. I have 2 events, but I'll narrow it down to the one at this year's CrossFit Games 2025. For me, this is the first CrossFit Games I went with the intent to win. Every year before this, it was, I hope I can win. Or even last year in 2024, I hope I can podium. Because these guys that were aging into my division, I knew them. And I competed against them in 2019. So I knew that it was going to be fierce. So 2025, after I won last year, I was like, okay, I am going to sweep this division. Let's go. So it's very intentional this year. Super high pressure on myself. Everyone else has been happy just that I was there. I was there to win. And at this event, second event was a clean and jerk, and max clean and jerk. And my primary competitor, Kane Hayes, he's from Australia. He is an incredible athlete. We are so
Dude is a monster.
And I'm intimidated by him and his gorgeous accent. I mean, it's amazing. So he is formidable. And we get to our 4th lift. I think we had 3 or 4 lifts. And it's the final lift. He throws 305 on. I had 300. I decide to pop up to 305, which is a PR clean, PR jerk for me. 3, 2, 1, go. I miss the clean.
Yes.
But I barely catch it. I just miss it. And he misses his jerk. I'm actually waiting till the end of the time before I lift it. And
what is it? Like you had a 30-second window or something?
Yeah, this last window was 30 seconds. We had 20-second windows in the first few lifts, and then this lift had 30. And all you had to do was get it off the ground within 30 seconds. So I'm watching the clock, but out of the corner of my eye, I see him miss. And I think to myself, let's effing go. Let's go. This is huge. If I get him here, I need to beat him. I need every single point I can get with Kane Hayes. And I hit the clean. And what was amazing about that stage is like my family is 5 feet in front of me. I could look into their eyes like right there.
Reached out and touched your barbell.
Yes. And so I'm there, and I hit the jerk as soon as I caught the jerk. I knew. I mean, when you when it goes well, you know it's done. And I lock it out. And I rarely scream in celebration. I'm an excited guy. I'll do a couple fist pumps, but like to let out this guttural yell, it was incredible. I did that, slammed it. I'm looking at them. It was an incredible moment. It was really, for me, that helped me get in first place on day one. I've never had the lead in day one at the games. So this was but this was a big deal.
I remember that moment. I got to be there. Actually, I was calling that moment with Sean Woodley.
You were calling it. It was very cool.
And I remember having the conversation with Sean. I was like, this is going to be his biggest test of the weekend if he wants to repeat for the 5th time. And when you miss that first time, I was like, oh no. But then when you went for it again, I was like, so that's a good one.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one. All right.
And you mentioned on the stream there that it was like a 25 or 30 point swing between hitting and missing that. That matters.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes. That was huge. That's a good one. Not that I have to grade your own. These are yours, but
appreciate it.
All right. Two more. This might be hard to be the shorter on, but what do you want to see more of from the Masters athlete community this year?
Oh, wow. This year, I want to see Masters athletes max out these in-person competitions, whether they're competing. There should be a wait list on these rosters, on these events. Just show CrossFit how important this is. Show up, sign up, get there. And then, if you're anywhere within the region, travel and cheer on these athletes. It's good for everybody, man. It's super fun to go and support, super fun to go and watch, be a part of the community. I love to go. I've traveled to semifinals just to watch because it's fun. But Masters athletes go to these, fill them up, and then fill them up as spectators as well, and make a scene. Big, cheerful. I don't know, a soccer game in Europe style. Commotion at these.
We're gonna hand out flares, giant flags.
And if there's fights happening, let's do it. It's fine.
It's like a UFC fight. The one I would add on to that is that yes, across the board, but more so, I want to see more representation from first division Masters. So 35 to 39, all you past games athletes that were in the game and you're still doing what I love to see is like Scott Panchak getting the game. That's always super fun. I want to see more of that. Graham Holmberg last year was awesome to see. And I think that will change the landscape of the community.
Agree. And some of them are actually in their 40s now. So
I know.
They're
see them
starting their 40s. Let's go. Let's go, Josh Bridges. Come on. Let's go, guys.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Last one. I'm excited about this one. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Trade 6 games championships for 6 consecutive CrossFit Games appearances on the elite individual side.
Wow, appearances versus champion. I'll take the championships. I'll take it.
I like how quickly you
100%.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's an honor to qualify as an appearance in the indie field, and I don't know. Maybe financially it's a better option, but I don't know. I'll take 6 championships. I am honored to be in the place that I'm at, and it is incredibly it's incredibly challenging. Either one of these are incredibly challenging, but for me, the honor of winning 6 times, of sweeping a division, of being 49 and beating these 45-year-olds, those are some pretty sweet,
it's not easy
experiences for me. So I'll take it. I'll take what I've got. Door number 1, Bob. Let's do this one. I'll stick with this.
Look, I'm also going to judge you on your answer, but I believe that's the correct answer. It also is that, look, before I let you go, is that you've had an incredible impact on the Masters community. You've had an incredible impact on the CrossFit community. And I don't think you could have that impact just showing up to the CrossFit Games 6 times, more doing what you did with the opportunities that you've provided yourself and then the platform you've created and what you've done on top of that. So,
bro, we're just getting started.
It's fun to watch.
It's fun.
All right. I like that. Well, Jason, listen, I appreciate your time. Thank you for everything you've done. Congratulations on all your success, and look forward to we're coming back. We're going to keep the train rolling. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, stupid question. Of course.
Yeah, silly question. Thanks, Chase.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on your success. Congratulations on everything. And next up, top 10 fitness feats of the week. Stay tuned.
It all starts with a choice. You don't feel strong. You don't feel ready. Good.
Nice.
You showed up.
Easy. Right.
That's the only starting point. This isn't about perfection.
Here we go.
It's about the fight.
Come on, go.
Failure? It's not a detour.
Awesome.
It's the road that progress demands. We don't ask, are you able? We ask, are you willing? Willing to walk through the door, to turn fears into fuel, to keep showing up again and again. The true test has never been ability. It's willingness.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you again to Jason Grubb for coming on and sharing his experience with us. I'm super excited about the game season. We are all but January 14th away for the Open to be ready for you guys to register. There's some incredible Open announcements that are in the works right now. No more exciting than 26.3 that will be happening at Wodapalooza this year, live in the midst of that competition. And what CrossFit is doing with that partnership is absolutely incredible. But let's talk about more incredible things. This is our top 10 feats of fitness for the week. If you guys want to be debuted on this segment, make sure you post a video of you doing something incredible. Tag CrossFit, the CrossFit Games, but use the hashtag Forge Elite Fitness, or just send it to me directly in my DMs. A lot of you guys have submitted a lot of these over the years. And I'll tell you what, it really does improve my algorithm on Instagram, is that now I get to look at everybody doing cool stuff versus everybody doing not as cool things. But let's our top 10. This is a great way to warm up the gym. This is burpee around the box tag. So if you guys are sick of the PVC pipe pass semicircle, do this with your members. A little burpee tag around the box. Remember, guys, keep it fun. Keep it fun. Number 9, we have, nobody tell Adrian Bosman that I put this in there, but we have burpees over the bar. It is a burpee muscle up, and I can barely get on top of the bar, let alone on and over it. Number 8, we have a first bar muscle up at 67 years old. It is never too late to start. Old dogs can indeed learn new tricks. Speaking of generational fitness, we've got the beginning, we've got the legend working out together. How fun would it be for the kid working out with grandpa, but even more so grandpa working out with grandson? Number 6, if you guys haven't been paying attention, congratulations to Tia Claire Toomey Orr, who is the Athlete of the Year. Royce Dunn puts out a challenge. 5 rounds, 12 shoulder overhead at 135, 12 back squats at 135, as fast as you can and never putting down the barbell. This is oldschool.com CrossFit challenges. I challenge anyone to try to take that on without putting the bar down. Congratulations to Royce getting that done. Number 4, inching closer to our top 3, Joseph Weigel. The man from the old Central East throws down a new 60s challenge. In a span of 3 hours, run a sub 60 second 400, 60 second unbroken freestanding handstand hold, and do 20 reps at 425 and 300 pounds in less than 60 seconds. In our top 3, Veterans Day was yesterday. Thousands of athletes, thousands of gyms around the world came together to take on Chad 1000X. They're a partner with us, with CrossFit and the Step Up Foundation. And we salute all our veterans and those that came together for the Step Up Foundation to close out Chad yesterday. Number 2, we have a new handstand obstacle course. Exciting. Over the ramp, stairs, hurdles, and a backwards handstand walk. Might be the new evolution of a handstand walk event at the CrossFit Games this year. Who knows? And then number 1, we have Mike Egan, who in 24 hours set out a challenge for himself to break the world record, which was 101 miles in a wheelchair. Not only did he break the record, but he set it with 150 miles in 24 hours. Congratulations to Mike. Congratulations to everyone who made our top 10 this week. We are done for the day, but tomorrow, the CrossFit Podcast will be back live, and Chris Cooper of Two Brain will be joining the show talking about the state of fitness as they have all the data. It's going to be an incredible show. He was just on the Savan podcast. I believe it was on Monday, and now joining us on the CrossFit Podcast and our team tomorrow. That will do it for us here at the Sport of Fitness Podcast. We'll be back next week live every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Central, 10 a.m. Pacific. Don't forget to submit your top 10 videos, submissions to us. Thank you again for Jason Grubb for joining the show. See you guys next week.